round 10 it is. Now, it's not about the Port or the Crows this weekend. It's all about Tim Ginever. Yeah. Sunday Mail, did you get your copy? He's there in photographic form. You pick up your ties of the day. It's not about Matthew Primus. It's not even about Hamish Hartlett. Ginever's tip was the difference. Can you believe it? Eddie, everywhere you are.
That doesn't look like
me. Even your mum got on the front page. I've seen you dressed in drag. Come on, dear. What's it about? It's not about you, Tim.
It's not. Look, a lot of the clubs are doing it. They've got mentor programs, as they call them. I prefer to call it like the Big Buddy program. And don't you just sit there and smile, because you're a part of it as well. You do a little Big Buddy.
What about what goes on tour stays on tour?
Well, that's right. But I think it was the excitement of Hamish breaking out and having this exceptional game. Let me tell you, 3 of those goals, they were all booming goals and real game turners that just really hurt the opposition. But it's just a matter of catching up about once a month, and normally we talk about other things in life and just trying to balance that stuff. Don't normally try and talk footy or coach footy, so I don't say run here, run there. That's not my job.
I thought he's helping you, is it? You're finding... Yeah.
He's helping me, which is good. And I said we need us to be a two-way street. But it was really about sometimes you get frustrated in your own form, and he's a guy that's got high expectations of himself. Reminds me a lot of Nathan Buckley when I went through with Nath when he was a young man. Yeah, which is a big rap, I know, but in that same mental approach. And I could just see that he was probably trying too hard. And then we spoke about how we could get over that, and also about how you see yourself playing the game without using up too much energy, but also filling your head with positives.
Wasn't just about Hamish on Saturday night. I mean, it was a great effort. The midfield has just changed incredibly in the last 3 weeks.
Well, we got Matty Broadbent, the 5AA commentary team, best on ground for the 2nd week in a row. He has really gone to the next level. And I was talking to his mum and dad probably 5 weeks ago, and about the fact that he still seems like he doesn't know whether he belongs, and he's around that 40-game mark. And I said he has to take it and just now believe that.
Is he getting more game time though?
I think unfortunately with the terrible injury to Robbie Gray, he's got more game time.
Yeah.
Dom Cassisi going half back, Kane getting back to his hard tag role has allowed Matthew to have more time on ball, which has been great. Therefore, a few more touches, a few more goals, a bit more confidence. Off he goes.
Was it their best win of the 3?
Great. Best win of the 3, best win all year, because it is the first time they've won every quarter. They won every quarter, albeit only by a point, I think, in the second term. They won every quarter, but never actually looked like... I think Nathan Bassett made the comment in one stage of the 3rd quarter. He said, I'm going to make the outrageous statement here and say, Carlton won't kick another goal. And what he was saying was they just don't look like getting into the forward line and doing anything. So Port got to give... I think the coaching group too are gaining confidence with every win. And that's important, because you start believing in what you're preaching. So I think that's been very good for them overall. Now, you go into the Hawthorn game, which was a 165-point whacking last year, with a lot more confidence about what you can do. I mean, Buddy's kicked 13 and was unbelievable, but it's not to say that the backline's been good all year. Carlisle's done the job previously on Buddy. They could really take it up to the Hawks. I know. Hey, I would have an optimist. Positives.
We might have to have a bet on this one, see if I can win another card.
You're right.
It wasn't all about Port Adelaide. Crows over in Perth. It was an interesting sort of game. Had the game by the scruff of the neck just before half-time. Maybe just relaxed a little. Crowley kicks 2. Game changes for 30 minutes. Adelaide couldn't touch the footy. Dangerfield was great. A couple of individual moments, I reckon, in the end inspired them to win. So it was an interesting game for them, and they are out on their feet. They are dead set, exhausted physically and mentally, and definitely need this break. On the plane on the way home, they all pretty well slept. No celebrations from this team. They just said, thank goodness we've got a week off.
You know what I was admiring once again was the fact that they were headed, very similar to the showdown, headed again, and then were able to kick away. That must give them enormous confidence going into the second half of the year, going, that can happen to us and we can still pull away from a team. That's gold. The guy I think that you might have not mentioned, but and he's inspirational for the Crows is Rory Sloane.
Yeah, I mean, we thought he was clearly best. And as good as Dangerfield was, he was just slightly better, a little cleaner, and just gets it everywhere. Gets it in the back half, gets it in the middle, gets it in the front, kicks goals, he tackles, he gets clearances and gets a bucket load of it as well. Gets a bit of a free rein at the moment, so they'll pick him up soon. But he was beautiful. He was the difference in the last quarter. Dangerfield was the star in the third when no one else could touch it. He was good, but Rory in the end. And a couple of little cameos, Jared Petrenko with a game-breaking moment where he just did a smother in the middle of the ground, a second effort, ended up in a goal. Taylor Walker with 3 contested marks and 4 in the last quarter, 4 for the day, and kicked beautifully. Matty Wright, just the work he's doing, not quite unnoticed. And they always said Tyson Edwards was under the radar and no one gave him the credit he deserves. Well, Wright's a little bit similar but got a beautiful game, and the 2 young kids in defence, Talia and Shaw, I thought were outstanding. So really nice game considering they got belted in ruck. For a rare time, Sandland smashed Jacobs.
He's a big man though. God, he's hard to get over.
Well, Kurt Tippett ended up rucking for the majority of the game and did quite nicely, but Jacobs couldn't get off the ground and he was weary. Again, had a lot of game time, Sammy Jacobs, so they'll have to watch him in the second half of the year and maybe manage the amount of time he's in the ruck because he's going to fatigue again at some stage.
The thing I like about Sloane is that normal players of his intensity and the way they love boring in normally don't have a great lot of leg speed, but he's still quick to get away from contest, isn't he?
Really
amazing.
Quick.
So he's got the gift that perhaps some other people didn't have.
Yeah, look at the mirror, pal. Have a good look. It's not all trying to move away from you. Crikey. 5 minutes later. Buddy Franklin's 13 goals. The full forwards are back. Rewalt kicks 8. It was a great weekend.
And Rewalt's been sleeping for a long time. The Tigers have been playing well, but he's been not performing, and he would be getting frustrated because he's got high expectations of himself. But I think it's good for the game. It's funny, when we thought was drying up in front of goal, here we go, bang, 13 from Buddy, 8 from Revolt. Taylor Water's been very consistent with his 4 and 5s, and I think that's excellent for Adelaide. But it's great. The big full forward, you can't beat it. And the centre half forwards who are the big hard Careys and Browns of the world, which I love, but the full forwards have always been the excitement machines.
Go underneath, 5AA.com.au is the place. You can see Buddy kick his 13, you can see Rewalt kick his 8, you can see Ginever
going for a swim
in his pointers. Shrinkage, I'm telling you what, you'll need a microscope for this video.
You won't see it.
It's a very embarrassing moment for Tim. It's not all about Tim, it's all about Port Adelaide again this weekend. 3 wins in a row, 2 games out of the 8. Dare we dream?
We've printed the t-shirts.